All right, folks, welcome back. This is going to be the final try. I think we're good. Reset the computer, reset the router. I did just record a video. Everything sounded correct. If it doesn't work this time, I don't know. I think we are good now, though. And no, I hear you guys saying, summarize it, tell us. No, it's not going to hit the same. It's not going to hit the same if I summarize it or just tell you what he said, because his words are going to be so much I don't know, stronger. But basically, guys, it just kind of goes back to what I've been telling people now for a good long while in this hobby, is that the big money's moving in, whether you like it or not, whether you want it to be this insulated little collector culture and you don't want anyone else to be in, and you want it to be your hobby and no one else's hobby. No one else out there cares, because the large investors, the private equity, is seeing well above average returns in trading cards and collectibles, and they want a piece of it. And I told everybody, when this starts to happen, you are going to see exponential gains on your collectibles. And now the fact is, now we're finally getting to that point, and people don't want to accept it. They just want to complain about it or close their eyes and bury their head in the sand and pretend it's not happening. It's happening. This is why you're not seeing this crash happen, because it's not going to crash anytime soon when you have the money at the scale we're talking about moving in. And so let's go ahead. I'm going to play this video. It has to do with sports cards, but just listen to everything he says about how much funds he's allocating, how strong he feels about this category, the category being trading cards, which, again, Pokemon's in that category. Ethan, thanks for the super chat, dude. We are cooked. We are, in fact, cooked. So let's do this. It should work perfectly this time, I promise. Let's go ahead and play the video. You guys ready?
And we want to welcome them on the broadcast. We literally organized this in the last 10 minutes. Kevin O'Leary, you are the buyer of that card, sir?
I'm one of three. We formed a syndicate, so we didn't have to compete with each other. Matt Allen, Paul Warshaw, both legends in the hobby. Shine is the nickname of Matt Allen. He was the guy that did the research, but we bought it together. Yes, we did. And I'm very proud to own it. I've been looking at this asset class now for 3 years. It's an extraordinary return, as you just said yourself on your own card.
Yeah, so hold on, but so you've been looking at this specific card. Do you own a lot of other basketball cards?
Yes, we do. We do. We've been very, very specific. I've kind of looked at the research back in contemporary art and modern art. The majority of the capital gains accrue to the rarest Pollocks or, Warhols, pieces that are extraordinarily priced, you think, and then you wait a decade and look at them again and see you get extraordinary capital gains. It's a very thin market, but as an alternative asset class, I'm all in, Andrew.
So had you...
He's all in. He said, I'm all in, Andrew. Is this the only card you own? Oh, no, we have plenty more. Plenty more.
You guys all teamed up in advance, or were you all looking at the card and then decided, that you needed to team up because the price was either going to get too high, or you wanted to keep...
Paul Warshaw, the guy that I mentioned is in the syndicate, got me into the hobby about 3 years ago. I was a business partner with him, and I just started, and I thought it was nuts. I said, why would anybody pay $1 million a piece of cardboard? He said, you don't get it. And I slowly kept looking at the numbers. I'm the analytical guy in the group. I just kept looking at the numbers. Those two guys are crazy hobbyists, but together we did do that. We stayed up till 3 a.m. On Saturday night. One of Matt, or Shine as he's called, was in Spain. Warshaw was in Miami. And we got together on a Zoom, and my wife thinks I'm nuts. I can tell you that. She just went to bed saying, this is too crazy. You guys are all crazy. And I woke up with her the next day, and we owned the card.
Kevin, great to see you. It's Will here. What do you think is driving the incremental values for this? Because it is different from those classic old pieces of art that could be hung in a museum and tons of people will come and pay and see. This is shared between three of you. You're not even really going to be looking at. Do you think it's just driven by the growing 1% or 0?
Do you see how they're doing the same thing that people do in the Pokemon hobby? It's just children's cardboard and all this stuff. You see how they're immediately trying to belittle it? This isn't like a work of art, right? This is not, things you can hang in a museum and people will come pay to see. Says who? Says who? Says who you can't have a collection of cards hung in a museum one day and people won't come to see, you know, exponential amounts of years in the future when things are exponentially higher. I mean, it's the same sorts of things you hear from anyone who just doesn't understand and hasn't done the research and understand the data. Like Kevin said, he's not a collector. The other guys he's partnered with are the collectors. He's just data and analytical focused. And when he dove into the data, he couldn't deny it anymore.
0.1% of wealth at the top end that has more money to spend or not?
No, I think it's getting institutional in nature in terms of hedge funds, high net worth, et cetera. Remember, these cards stay in vaults in perpetuity. I mean, I may handle it once in my life, but it's an image that is passed around digitally. You showed it. It's on my phone. Right. It remains there that way. Everybody knows about this card. That gold logo man made it magic, and it's one of the most coveted pieces on earth. It's no different than collectible watches in some way. An FP Journe, which I'm wearing on my wrist, it reminds me of that market. It's so rare that the prices continue to appreciate, and they seem to defy recessions.
Kevin, so
do you guys hear that? They seem to defy recessions. That's what I always try to explain to people. Alex, what if the economy goes into recession? It hasn't affected cardboard in the past, probably won't again.
This price tag with $13 million effectively, when you mathed it out for your business partners, you said, we're going to get X return on this when? What are you even looking at in your mind?
I don't think this piece will come to market again during my lifetime, Andrew. It's going to be a part of an index that I'm going to continue to grow along with my partners. We look at it no different than our Bitcoin holdings, our Ethereum holdings, our gold holdings. For me, this is going to be a 5% weighting in my portfolio, maybe more. I don't see it any differently than any of those other assets.
This is going to be 5% of his portfolio. Trading cards. Trading cards is 5% of someone who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Do the math. Do the math. He looks at it no different than his other holdings. Do you see what I've been trying to get you everyone to understand for years and got laughed at and mocked the entire time? This is coming whether you like it or not.
Classes. However, it's a lot more fun. The people I'm meeting in the hobby are truly crazy.
Guys, that's all I got. Just a little short one. I'm going to be hopping on live Pokemart USA's channel. If you guys want to go follow Pokemart USA on YouTube, we're going to be going live at 2, like we always do every Monday, 2:30. I don't know what else you want me to say. I have been preaching this for the entire time I've been on YouTube for the last 3+ years. I've been trying to explain everybody that anyone who understands investing and looks into this data cannot deny it. We've been met with so much criticism, mockery, hatred, calling it children's cardboard, calling it not a real investment. Put your money into stocks, put your money into real estate, put your money into crypto, put your money into precious metals. And I've done most all that. Guess what? My Pokemon investments have outperformed. Why do you think I put so much money into this? Because they outperform. Why are hedge funds, private equity, people like Kevin O'Leary putting their money into trading cards? Because they outperform. You can't deny it any longer, guys. This is where things are headed. You can bury your head in the sand, pretend it's not happening. You can get online to all the message boards and complain and, yell and scream and kick and hate on it. But one thing you can't do, you can't stop it. The wheels are already in motion. Now that interview is on CNBC, every hedge fund, all the private equity, any large scale investor that's looking to outproduce current gains are going to be looking into trading card hobbies. They're going to be looking into unregistered assets. And this is only the beginning. We're out.